Hello and welcome to my latest video. Been a very busy boy today. I have developed two new playlist types, uploaded the first Hall of Fame video, and this is now my second video on my top 10 all-time great stat matchup. Playlist, okay, like I said, once this playlist is done, I'll have a break from it for a week or two, think about another 10 fighters to feature in another matchup. Okay, but obviously starting with my top 10 all-time greats seemed like the perfect place to begin, and you never really see all 10 of their stats in the same place. So this one features KO stats. It's not quite as long as the other, it's not as big as the next one, the pound for pound stats to come. Okay, but I wanted to include some KO stats. So let us go to the first slide now. Okay, the first slide is overall knockouts. Archie Moore tops this one with 131. He's followed in second place by the mighty Sam Langford, who scores 127. Then there are two other members of my top 10 in the 100 plus club. The first is Sugar Ray Robinson, who scored 108 knockouts, and fourth place is Henry Armstrong, who scored 101. Now the next fighter of my top 10 with the most career KOs is actually Ted Kid Lewis, okay, who scored 77 knockouts, and considering he came around from flyweight and challenged for the European heavyweight title, quite an acclaim really. Ted Kid Lewis is in fifth place. In sixth place, okay, is the mighty Harry Greb, who was today enshrined into my new Hall of Fame with 48 KOs, and following him is Jack Britton, who scored a total of 30. The final two places on overall KOs, in ninth place is Johnny Dundee with 21 knockouts, and the final place is Maxi Rosenblum, who scored 19. So going on to KOs in 3 rounds or less, okay, the top position is a tie with 58 knockouts in 3 rounds or less. That is a tie, as I said, between Sam Langford and the old mongoose Archie Moore. Now coming up, okay, in next position is the great Sugar Ray Robinson, who was only 1 minus Langford and Moore, with still a staggering total of 57 knockouts in 3 rounds or less. Coming in next position is Ted Kid Lewis, okay, who scored a respectable total of 39, and following him is Homicide Hank Henry Armstrong, who scored a total of 37. In the following position is Tony Canzoneri. He scored 23 knockouts in 3 rounds or less. He is followed, of course, by Harry Greb, who could actually punch harder than his record suggests. The problem with Greb is because he was a constant mover, he was rarely planting his feet, but when he did plant his feet, he could actually bang really hard. He wasn't a chilling puncher, but he could hit harder than his record suggests. But jumping jack top, bouncing left, bouncing right, in and out, always on the move. He rarely planted his feet. Also, he fought a lot of fighters, a large number of fighters who were not easily knocked out. So Greb scores 21. Okay, in next position is Johnny Dundee, who scored 10 KOs in 3 rounds or less, and then we go in the next to final position to the boxing marvel Jack Britton, who scored 8, and then Maxi Rosenblum again is in final position. Not a big puncher, Rosenblum. He kind of tried to adapt a style similar to Greb's, defensive fighter, throwing lots of punches, smothering opponents with punches. He only scored 6 KOs in 3 rounds or less. So going on to our next slide, of course, naturally, first round knockouts. This is not topped by Archie Moore or Sam Langford. It is topped by Sugar Ray Robinson, who scored 20 first round knockouts. Now in the joint second place, okay, 3 fighters, Sam Langford, Ted Kid Lewis and Archie Moore, whom all scored 16 KOs in the first round. Following on from those 3 is Tony Canzoneri, who scored 14 first round wins, and then following Canzoneri we go into single digits. Harry Greb and Henry Armstrong both tie at 6 first round KOs, and then our final 3 positions, Johnny Dundee scored 4 KOs in the first round, Jack Britton scored 1 KO in the first round, and then Maxi Rosenblum scored 0. So going on to percentage of career that resulted in knockouts. in their favour. Okay, so this is their total fights and what percentage of their total fights they scored knockouts in. So Archie Moore tops this one. Okay, 59% of Archie Moore's career was knockouts in his favour. Coming second place is Henry Armstrong, who scored 55%, and closing out the 50% plus club is Sugar Ray Robinson, just below Armstrong, on 54% of his career where he scored knockouts. Next position, okay, goes to Sam Langford. He scored 41% of all his career fights, resulting in knockouts. Then we have a tie on 25% between Tony Canzoneri and Ted Kid Lewis. The final four positions, Harry Greb, okay, 16% of his career were knockouts in his favour. We then jump down to Jack Britton, who scored a total of 8%. And the final two fighters, both tied on 6% of their career, resulting in knockouts, were Maxi Rosenblum and Johnny Dundee. So a shorter video this one. The pound for pound video in the morning will be much bigger. More slides to cover, but there are some basic KO stats I wanted to add into the matchup. I can't wait for you to see the final videos. Following this one, we've got the pound for pound video, and then we've got a final video. I can't remember if there's 4 or 5 other general stats in there. Okay, and then it's on to the race bar graph, where you can watch the scores grow to see how they all place against each other, rating points for first position down to 10th for each start in this entire set of videos. So that is to come tomorrow. I'm looking to get the playlist finished tomorrow, the other final 2 videos, and then that race bar graph, and then the playlist is finished. I'll then crack on with some more career videos and continuing my designing of the career video for Harry Greb, as in typing it up, all the slides up, and I'll think about another 10 fighters to match in another category or group at a later date. But there's my latest video on my top 10 all-time great stat matchups. The final 2 videos on bar graph will indeed be coming tomorrow. I'm the Boxing Librarian. I'm out for now.